Hi everybody! Is it hot enough for you? It's Nancy Beauvair here with Agape and NEXsteps, and I wanted to address this week the issue of heat and the effects on older adults. We're experiencing a heat wave right now, and that's kind of what made it come to the top of my mind to address this issue. I've been hearing a lot on the news, as I'm sure most of you have, about the effects of heat and about the potential of heat-related deaths. I wanted to explore this in a little bit more depth because, according to Harvard Medical, about 80% of the deaths in the US that are heat-related are with people who are over the age of 60. That got me thinking about why does heat affect those of us who are aging. And really, when you find out the reasons, it's all very logical. It makes sense. As we age, our body doesn't function quite as easily and quickly as it does when we're younger. Even those of us who are very healthy over 60s, our organs don't function as well. We don't produce as much sweat. Our body can't accept as much heat. Also, as we age, a lot of older people have chronic illnesses or chronic issues, and they're receiving medication for those illnesses and those conditions. And those medications can impact how the body takes care of heat, dissipates heat. Also, it's often hard for many of us to identify when we are too hot until we almost have heat stroke, or we get too hot, too overheated. Another big danger about heat is dehydration. I know that it is not uncommon for many older people to end up dehydrated, just as a matter of course. For some reason, they just don't drink as much. They don't have as much fluid intake as they should. I haven't explored the reason for that. I don't know if it's that they don't sense thirst like you do when you're younger. That might be a good topic for another video down the road. But in any event, what we have to do is we have to take care of managing how heat affects our older population. You know, whether you call it climate change or a cycle that the Earth is going through, the reality is that we are experiencing different climate events right now. We are having hotter summers, and I know that in my hometown here of Calgary, it used to cool off overnight to 8 or 10 degrees Celsius, which gave you an opportunity to cool everything down, but we're not obtaining those lows overnight anymore, which doesn't give our bodies the same opportunity to recover from the daily heat. And then there's the whole thing about accessibility to air conditioning. A lot of seniors perhaps don't have the accessibility to air conditioning, or they can't afford it, or the place that they are residing in does not have air conditioning, so it can be very difficult to manage the heat that way. But we have an aging population. I read recently that the fastest growing cohort are the over 100s. I don't know what that tells you, except that our shift in our population, in the age of our population, is certainly shifting to a more senior population. And as we have more and more seniors, we're going to probably have more and more heat-related senior deaths. So be aware of this. Make sure that you drink, even if you're not thirsty. Make sure that you drink, take in fluids and avoid that dehydration. Try to stay cool. Stay in the shade, shut your blinds, run fans if you have some fans. And for the family members and friends of people who are in their senior years, you can help as well by encouraging that intake of fluids. Make sure that they have accessibility, if need be, to some fluid intake with some electrolytes. Make sure that they have that balance. Keep them, if you have a spare fan at home, provide that for your loved one. Just make sure that they're managing the heat the best that they can. I have more information about this subject on my blog post on my website. I invite you to hop over to the website and check that out. And I'll leave you with that for today. Look forward to talking to you about the next topic. Bye for now.